Prabhupada Srimate Bhakti Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Prabhupada Bhaktata Desata Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Pavan Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki, जगन्नाथ बल सुंदर महारानी की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Last time I had said I will take some questions on the topic. You remember that? Integrity and duplicity. That's a very vital topic. I just cut to cut completed the topic last time. I remember. So this was going on for a long time, self-change. After that, win trust of all through integrity. That I did. That also I think 2-3 times we did. PPT, PowerPoint we showed. I'll just show you what I did. All this I covered. How to cultivate integrity. Then last class we devoted more time on this one. I gave many examples for each of this. Up to this I covered. After this there's not much in this chapter. This is also Ravana in disguise to Sita. Deception. So this is a concluding point, that's all. I finished this, correct, na? That's finished, yeah. Only there was no time for questions. Do we all have any questions, anybody, on this topic of integrity and duplicity? And I remember first time I spoke on, before that I spoke elaborately on Bakasura, how the different demigods tried to attack him. And one thing I feel, we are not able to have these classes regularly. So we had, when was the last program we had? Huh? January. See here, this is I'm doing in Singapore city. See, it's going at a faster pace. See here? They have finished how many out of 6? Huh? 5 they have finished. And that too, this morning program, exemplary sadhana, I did almost 5 lectures for them. 4-5 lectures, that means once in a month. But I've been going very steadily, we have been doing. Here we have not been able to fix every month. And this is Gachipoli. Gachipoli has finished also only 2. I think we started little late for them, I think. So, one of the things is to fix the date in advance and then stick to it. If you can do that. Otherwise, even in 1 year, we won't be able to finish one course also, you know. So we have, of course, we devoted a lot of time for the second one, self-change for emotional stability. Now, Prabhu, you can take a vote for these topics. Whichever one they choose, I will speak. You take 1, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah?
How many of you wish to go for one? Raise your hands. Just count karo. Kitna hands hai? How many of you wish to go for the first topic? Bring out the angel in you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. How many of you wish to go for the third one? Walk your talk. Purity versus hypocrisy. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay. More than that. Okay. Fourth one, from weakness to victory, not wickedness. Okay. Yourself? Okay. Fine. And then last one, great ambition to do great for Krishna with no personal ambition. How many of you wish to go for this? Okay, so I think, Prabhu, based on that, third one has got the most votes.
Is it?
Walk your talk, purity versus hypocrisy.
Okay.
We'll go with that then. I mean, majority.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. So, who are all mentors here? You can raise your hand. You are mentors, you can raise your hand. Okay. And who are all Bhakti Viksha leaders, BV leaders? Yeah. Are there anybody else other than mentors and BV leaders here? Huh? Facilitate the mentors only, yeah. Facilitate the mentors only, yeah. Yeah? Bhakti leaders are there. Okay, yes. Okay, proper. Yes. A short article, we'll read that first. Then we go to that. Can read, Prabhu.
Purity versus hypocrisy, the test of true character. Introduction, the two faces of morality. In a world where appearances often overshadow reality, the battle between purity and hypocrisy is more relevant than ever. We live in times when external morality is praised but inner integrity is overlooked. The question is, are we truly pure or are we just pretending to be so?
Yeah. If someone who pretends to be a very advanced devotee, somebody, some preacher, suddenly shows some emotions of crying in the lecture. He was doing kirtan and then one suddenly cries. One becomes choked in the throat and they behave like that. So they may pretend to be a very advanced devotee and they may even get a lot of followers also. People who may say that, oh, this Prabhuji or this Mataji, became very emotional while singing the song or reading this thing. It's very easy to show to the world how one is advanced devotee, but some people become emotional for everything. They become emotional in material life also. They become spiritual life also. That is not actually true spiritual emotion. All of us know where we are, what is our situation. So, not to pretend to be someone what we are not. So, that is one aspect of purity and genuineness. So, recently in one community, they were saying that the preacher says, I am all of your Shiksha Guru. Anything you do, you have to go through me only. And you cannot surpass me. If you override me, it's aparad. This kind of things is speaking. And that preacher also has been telling that, why are you so much praising your Diksha Guru and sannyasis and all? What are they doing for you? I am actually giving you the knowledge, I am caring for you, I am protecting and everything. Instead of taking my opinion, you are trying to surpass me and go to them, things like that. So some people felt something is wrong in this because the person is trying to keep people within his own grip. Preacher's style was not appreciated. And also people thought that nobody will talk ill of his superior. His superiors are higher than him. Why does he talk like that? So, by speaking in this manner, do you think he can keep his people under his control? No, actually he has alienated them by speaking in this manner. Therefore, you will see that one should be more open-minded, broad-minded. One can say that, see, I am, given an opportunity to train you or guide you in spiritual life. In case you have some difficulty with what I am guiding you, you always have people above me. You can consult my superior. In fact, I can introduce you to my superior if you want. I have no issues. And in case you are not very happy and satisfied in the way that I guide, I am not your guru. I am just facilitating you. You can always go to anyone whom you are happy with. Because the Bhakti Vriksha body like every candidate in our temple is a member of Bhakti Vriksha system. They are not member of any particular Bhakti Vriksha leader. They are only member of the whole system, but they are given a face in the form of BB leader. Why? Because by having a face, it's easy for you to interact and get some personal support from them. So every candidate should be given understanding that this is a kind of system in our temple. It's a protective system and welfare system for all the community members. And each of us, what is our role when we become BB leaders? Okay, I am currently representing the shelter of this BB system to this particular candidate for some stipulated period of time. And after some time, the person may geographically get relocated somewhere else. And they may want to take someone else as their BB leader elsewhere. Is that possible or not? Yeah, geographically, they have gone to another city. That's one possibility. Another possibility is somebody was put under me and they are not able to connect with me, emotionally. Like sometimes the candidate needs more emotional support, but the leader is more intellectual. Then there is a mismatch. Leader may give wonderful classes, but may not emotionally shelter them. Then they want to have a change. So can they have a change or they should not be allowed? They can have change. Or the leader is very emotionally very supportive, very caring. Some people care for their mentees like a baby only. Birthday and calling them. Some people visit the home and every small thing, they know every detail about every mentee. There are people like that. Any of you seen like that, correct, no? They, just like their own son or daughter like that, they know about their people. Some people are very loving and caring. But philosophically, they may not be very, they may not very big. Their classes may be simple, but they are very caring. But imagine one intellectual devotee comes into that group and he is not very satisfied because the intellectual devotee doesn't want much care. He says, care is all right. I'm not a baby. I'm grown up now. Take care. You take care of yourself. He says. But what he wants, that devotee? More in Shastric. Give me more Shastra. I have many questions. Can you answer me? He doesn't look for care. Therefore, what I do generally, whenever somebody comes, seeks shelter of some BV leader in Pune also, what I do, I understand the nature of this candidate and accordingly fit them. Because I know many of the leaders. I know which leader will satisfy this person. Once I fit them, this fellow is caring nature and he's an emotional person. Very nicely fits. Correct, no? He's an intellectual guy and he's also intellectual guy. Very nicely fits. Then they can have Shastric discussion and everything like that. So therefore, there should be possibility of a change from one group to another group. Whenever the mentee is not comfortable, there is a chemistry mismatch, we say. Then they should be able to change it. In fact, ideally speaking, the VV leader, what you should say, I think in our group you are finding little like odd man out, Prabhu or Mataji. Don't worry, there is another very good VV leader. I will connect you personally. This is so and so Prabhu, this is so and so Mataji. I don't say you have to immediately move. You can go to their group for a month or two and see. If you feel comfortable there, you stay there. If you're not comfortable, you can always come back. And then this BV leader goes to that BV leader and says, Prabhu Mataji, this is what I felt about this candidate. Are you ready to accept? So, and they will also feel very happy that, oh, the candidate is not coming running to me. The BV leader himself is handing over. So how many of you think it's a good idea? Correct, no? It's very gentlemanly way of doing. Generally, what mistake happens in many communities, this candidate is dissatisfied. They go and cry to another BV leader. And that BV leader says, don't worry, I am here. Don't fear, I am here. They take them in their group. And this original group, they are very worried. What happened to our candidate? Hey, you are not coming for 2 months. They will ask. And then they will give some excuse. But then secretly, somebody will find out and say, Prabhuji, Mataji, that fellow, that family is going to that group. I have found out. And these two BV leaders will have a big head-on collision. You have taken my candidate. What? How did you take? You never told me. Both of them. And then both the groups will be talking about it. They'll be talking. Huh? Very bad it is. So it's better to do it in a gentle, manly way, correct now? First of all, let us accept the fact that we are not big gurus, that people, we are delivering people. Actually, the individual desire, jiva desires, and holy name purifies. Actually, when the jiva desires, the guru guides, and the holy name purifies, and Krishna liberates. You will see that ultimately. So multiple people are involved. Huh? Every jiva has that desire also. We should respect that desire. Huh? So if somebody comes in my group, what I should say, he or she, they chose to come in my group. It's not that I am sheltering them. Correct now? It is whose choice? Their choice. Huh? It's not that, one devotee was telling, I brought him to Krishna consciousness. No, you never brought anybody. They chose to come to Krishna consciousness. Huh? Maybe you would have brought them to temple by inviting them or something, but the choice to become Krishna conscious or not lies with the individual jiva. Even Krishna doesn't take away that choice. Who are we to take away that choice? Huh? So, therefore, it would be hypocritical for us to claim ourselves as a guru of somebody. We are ourselves struggling sadhakas. Huh? And we should not think I am a big guru or something. We are just appointed to do some service which we have to reluctantly accept. We should not think it's a very nice opportunity to lord over people or something like that. So lording over is one type of hypocrisy. And the bad side of it, I'll tell you, over a period of time, what can happen? Somebody told me that one leader, one BB leader person, that BB leader had a Pada Puja, they were saying. All the councillors did. Hey, really? What is this? Then I found out such a thing never happened. It was actually a group of some 60, 70 devotees are there in that group. In that group, it happened to be birthday of the BB leader, councillor, correct now? It happened to be birthday. So very many of them felt great eagerness to glorify the leader, correct now? So the leader also accepted. So he said, okay, let us have 10 minutes of glorification, somebody want to do. But then the whole class of 3 of us turned into glorification. One by one, different people came and said, you are this, you are that, and everything became glorification. Somebody brought a gift, somebody brought flowers, somebody gave flowers in the hand, somebody put in the feet. Hey, don't put in the feet, they were saying. But there was one devotee in the group who was little envious of the leader. So that leader came and said that our leader had a Pada Puja and things like that. They exaggerated it. But the point is, you all may have a question. On your birthday, if many devotees want to glorify, can we accept that glorification? If you allow that, it can become like a mini Vyas Puja. Can become. So, therefore, what I tell the devotees, if somebody feels for you, they can always write and give you. Correct, no? Okay, just get one small greeting card, write 3-4 lines. Prabhuji, Mataji, I am eternally grateful to you. Because of you, you were coming in my life, I could take to chanting and everything. And what I am today, you have shaped me. I am very grateful to. Just 3-4 lines, whatever they want to write and give. And it is not a public event. It's given to the leader, and that is perfectly fine. Another thing which is not very good to do in such groups is sometimes the Radha Gopinath Prabhu very jokingly presents. He says, one counselor's meeting was coming next week or something like that. So one counselor approached and asked, Prabhuji, your birthday is coming. We were thinking of giving you a gift. And he said, वैसे तो मेरे पास लैपटॉप नहीं है, लैपटॉप मिलेगा तो अच्छा है, like that he said. Then this devotee went to the entire group asking for money from different people. Some of them were already cribbing. They said, hey, so much donation we are giving to temple. Counselor also is asking, how can we give? They were doing like this. Because they didn't, you have to buy a 1 lakh rupees computer or 80,000 rupees computer. Everybody has to pay 5,000 to 3,000. Some gave very happily, some were neutral, and some were grudging also. Correct now? Is it proper to take such a big gift? It's not very good. So even if say they want to give some small gift, they give. If they give also, in case. Actually, one of the easiest ways is to not accept a collective gift, but an individual gift. Individually, if somebody feels they want to give some small gift to them, it is all right. When you publicize such events, so we have to be. This is a very simple thing I am telling you. Don't go for publicizing anything that is personal. Like, for example, say one of you here, you are all leaders. Say your mother and father, they have, say, they have finished, you know, uh, 30 years of their married life and 30 or 40 years of the married life. So you want to celebrate it, but you don't have to make it your group event. Correct? Now, if you make it a group event, then they will say that you are making personal life as a public event. They may say. So, because they don't know who they are. For you, they are very reverential. I mean, they are very dear to you. Who? Your parents. But if you say that I am the Shiksha Guru of 50 of you, so let us celebrate my parents, marriage anniversary. When you do like that, then they may even say, oh, you are the mother of our Guru, you are the father of Guru, they will say. So this Guru word itself is not very good for us to use. If anybody, some people come and tell me, Prabhu, you are my Guru. No, I am not a Guru. No. I am just, teaching, sharing something what I heard in the parampara. But you have to look for a proper Guru and take shelter. So, another time we can talk more about the Shiksha Guru. The word Shiksha Guru, is it a proper word to say? Anybody who is giving little knowledge, can they be called a Shiksha Guru? Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru should be seen equally. How many of you have heard that statement? So now any of us, can we be seen in par with Diksha Guru? So then what kind of Shiksha Guru can be called? Like somebody was coming to Pune, they said, Prabhuji, my Guru is His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. And he told me that if you are going to Pune, you should take Shiksha from His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. So I have come to you, please take me to Radhanath Maharaj. I want to meet him and tell him that I want to take him as my Shiksha Guru. I said, that's a good joke. Ranswami cannot meet very easily. But don't worry, I will convey to him. I said. So now, two great personalities like that, one is a Diksha Guru and you take Shiksha from another, that is all right. Otherwise, anybody, just because we have given some few programs, we don't become Shiksha Gurus. It's a very big word it is. So, we say BV leader is already Bhakti Vriksha leader, we are mentor. These words we use generally. So, hypocrisy means accepting a position more than what we deserve. One has to be very careful. One should, when we are, sometimes externally we want to be recognized by the world around us. So we may pretend to be someone what we are not. That's what is the topic here, which one should not do. Did you hear about the story of a fox who fell into a blue vat? Blue vat means it's a some solution which is used for washing cloth. Some kind of bucket. He fell into that. His whole body became bluish. And then he was going around in the forest. All the animals saw him and they got frightened. Who is this different type of animal? Where has he come from? And he thought that even the bigger animals are afraid of him. Even elephants and others are afraid of him. So then he declared to all the forest animals, I have descended from the heaven, and I am the king of the whole jungle. Get everybody here. So they all came and everybody, but the foxes were a little suspicious because he looked like a fox. He looks like us, only the color is different. So they were always sitting behind, way behind, and then having their own private conference. Even when the meeting was happening with this fox who fell into a blue vat, even lion, tigers would come and sit and they would listen to his instruction. One day when they were having a meeting after 2-3 months, suddenly rainy season came and heavy rains fell. All the color got washed off. Huh? And then at the same time, when this fellow started making sound due to the whole body got drenched in water, ooh, and the fox makes sound, you have seen that? Ooh, like that. Huh? When he made the sound, all the foxes said, hey, he is nothing but a fox, he said. Then all the tiger, lion were pouncing on him. This fellow had to flee for his life after that. So what is the lesson from this story? He was pretending to be someone what he was not. Then he was exposed eventually. So one should not pretend to be someone what one is not. So one example I told you is to demand respect from people, putting oneself at a stage of importance. We should know that, for example, even if we had 50 people under us or 100 people under us, are they our people or do they belong to ISKCON? What do you think? They belong to ISKCON. Huh? They belong to not to us. Just like say you are working for a company. The company gives you a Toyota car. They give you a laptop. They give you a cabin. Huh? They give you a costly smartphone, everything. Now you are going to switch over from that company to another company. So can you carry these things with you? No, you have to leave behind. Huh? You have to give it to the company because these are going to be given to anyone who is doing that job. Similarly, we are doing the job of baby leader. So we are given certain privileges and facilities. Okay, these people are under you. They can be under you, can guide them, you can teach them. But if we are going to take off, say we take off from this temple and we go to some other temple abroad or anywhere else, then we hand over them to somebody else. Maybe some of them will have emotional connect. They may keep in touch with us as inspiration, but we have to properly hand them over to somebody who is locally available. Tell them that at least officially you'll be under this person. If you want inspiration from me, occasionally you can call or whatever. But I won't be able to, regularly give attention because I'm going to be pretty far away. So we have to know that the devotees don't belong to us, they belong to the organization. One fellow was asking me, why is it so? I brought them to Krishna consciousness. I brought them to 16 rounds. I gave them so many classes, so many sound hours from my throat given and made them serious devotees. So why are they not mine? That was his argument. So I told him, actually, you are nobody, I told him. They sat down at your feet and heard you because you represented Prabhupada, you represented Guru, GBC, and you are ISKCON devotee, therefore they took you seriously. Correct, no? They are not attracted only to you, they are attracted to you because you are representing ISKCON, Prabhupada, GBC. Therefore you have some importance. Now if you give up everything, say I give up ISKCON, I give up any connection, and they tell all the people, come with me, why will they come with you? So they have no connection with us. Their connection to the movement, they are actually linked to the movement, and that is very important. But sometimes I'm seeing that there is something called as a preceptor-centered approach, which is a very dangerous system. So I'll just show you what it is, so you'll get an idea. Yeah. Yeah. Is it big enough or is it small? Is it already? I'll make it a little more bigger. One of you read the right, another one reads the wrong. Quickly? Yeah. You have two mics with you? Yeah.
Giving strong association to devotee.
Telling causeless to avoid all
Counselees. Yeah.
telling counselees to avoid all other associations.
Some leaders say, you should hear only my lectures. You cannot hear anybody else's. They say like that. Then what the people do, they may hear his lecture, but secretly they will hear others' lectures. They say, don't go bolna nahi. They will hear it. If you tell I'm hearing other lectures, that person will be angry. So don't tell him. But they're anyway going to hear. So because they anyway going to hear better, you only tell them that if you want to hear, you can hear. And some counselors, what they say, if they hear from many people, then they will not have respect for me. So I will keep them like this, and you should take my association only. Like that they do. See, there are two extremes of the pendulum. One is like monopoly, another one is anarchy. You know what is anarchy? Anarchy means they hear from everywhere, anywhere, and they get nowhere. You know, that is another extreme. And this extreme is they hear only from me. And I don't let them hear from, because they have to develop a loving relationship with me. I am the only whole and soul deliverer of this poor jiva. They have to hear only from me. And you will be surprised to know, anyone who keeps people like this over a period of time, people do develop a very thick, blind faith in them and strong relation with them. You will observe that. Because they only hear from one person again and again. They develop a deep relation. It looks very attractive on paper. But when this top person falls down, everybody will fall with him. It's like blind leading the blind, all falling into ditch, as we say. That is the danger of that system. Right from day one, I have been telling my boys, see, I may fall down, so you should not become my follower. You should become Prabhupada's follower. As long as I am alive, you see me lively in Krishna consciousness, follow me. In case tomorrow something happens, I am not there, so don't follow me, then follow Prabhupada. This 96, I told this. When I started my preaching to people. Some people cried also in my class. How can you say that? Hey, don't be sentimental. You know, we have seen big people bigger than you and me have fallen. So, there is always a possibility. Of course, we pray that none of us fall down. We all go back to Godhead. But we should clearly tell people that, you know, I am representing Prabhupada in ISKCON and everything. So, you can give strong association to your people. That is allowed. But don't tell them, don't hear from others. Everybody has their personal liking and inspiration from somebody. And in case they are hearing outside ISKCON, you can warn them. Don't hear from anybody from ISKCON, somebody not in Sampradaya. That you can warn them. But somebody within ISKCON, in a properly situated devotees, they can hear. Yes, ma'am. Please give the give the mic to her.
So Prabhuji, the example that you gave, like initially when the mentees, they come, they are not aware of all these things. So in the garb of loyalty and not doing Vaishnava aparad, they will follow the leader. And the leader will show a different picture. I mean, we don't know what's happening at the top. So what problem happened, and they will give a different picture, and they will show I am right. And they are like being submissive. And they just follow the leader. And sometimes because of that, they have to suffer.
Yeah.
So I mean,
one of the ways to avoid this is what? In Hyderabad, I am requesting, I already requested, that out of every 4 Bhakti Vriksha meetings, 3 can be taken by the baby leader and 1 should be done by another baby leader whom they should invite. That means the leader can invite the 4th meeting. That means in a month you all do how many meetings? Only 2 now. So that means once in 2 months, 1 meeting will be held by another preacher. Like say for example, now Madan Kumar Prabhu is doing his meeting. So he will invite Narasimha Prabhu to his group. And he will also be there in that meeting, which is the little challenging thing to do, because if he is there in his meeting, Narasimha Prabhu comes to his meeting, then how will he do it? Correct, no? Therefore it has to be like this made. When Narasimha Prabhu has 2 meetings, he has 2 meetings. If it is like this, then Narasimha Prabhu may not mind going here, where both of them can be there. Because if people see that in our group, some another leader is coming and giving, and our leader is also hearing, they both have nice friendship with them. And then in this way, each of you, each BV leader can decide 1 or 2 people whom they can periodically invite. Like this, after every 3 meetings, 4th meeting, they will call them. Like this. Why I am saying 1 or 2 people only, not too many people? So that some familiarity develops in the group towards that person. That means totally they know 3 people. Their own baby leader plus 2 more baby leaders. Everybody knows. And when the initiation comes, according to ISKCON Chowpatty, Radhanath Maharaj, they have made a policy that 3 BV leaders should know a candidate. For a candidate to be passed for initiation. So this will be taken care. Now, how many of you find it difficult to pass a candidate because you don't know about them? Correct? If I ask any of you, only BV leader only will know. And BV leader is so the initiation committee is taking the test and all that, but test will only reveal the knowledge. It will not reveal the character. It will not imagine, for example, in somebody's house, he's having on the altar some Mayavadi Baba photo is there on the altar, or he is having so many other demigods. So many times these things are not revealed. The person's conduct, behavior, character is not revealed easily when you are conducting test, initiation test. But if 3 people are going to one meeting, they will easily say, they will say, Prabhuji, ye thoda theek nahi hai, this person is. One of them gives a little objection, then immediately that name is halted and then some discussions will happen. So anybody is already doing what I am saying, you are inviting other BV leaders to your meeting, anybody is doing already. I told this many years ago. I think probably 3 years are over, I think. Correct? 3 years. Murli Gopinath Prabhu, I wrote to him and he floated it to all the leaders also. Many things remain in paper, correct? No? But if you do it, and we should not fear also. In Pune, when we're floating it, one leader was telling, Prabhu, that leader can, I am ready to go to that leader's meeting and give class, but that leader cannot come to my meeting. He said. I asked why. Because I am afraid that some of my people will become attracted to that leader and they will go with that leader. He said. I said, why? What kind of, it's not a reasonable logic, See, you are ready to speak there. Why can't they come and speak here? Yeah. Yeah.
They know that many neighborhood serious competent. They're very attracted to the serious, and because of that they came to
Correct. Yeah.
But most of the philosophy is presented very wrongly. But
when they came, it was presented wrongly by whom?
by the TV serials.
As a TV serials. Okay, correct. That's true, yeah. Because they are watching, we may have to tell them in a way that they don't get hurt. Like you want to tell them, don't watch all that. In the beginning, I would not say that. Many are following Sadhguru, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. They are also watching Premananda Maharaj. Many others are watching many things. We don't tell them instantly. At least some rapport has to develop. After which, if you tell, because if they may not take my word seriously, and if I tell, they will leave me and go away. Correct, no?
After they start chanting, that's when they get addicted to the serials and also
Oh, that is possible to leave param drishtva nivayat. So we have to give them higher taste by seva engagement, knowledge, spend time with them, care. 2 things, head and heart. Head is the knowledge, heart is the care. Both are required. We have to provide both. So read the second one.
Developing relationship with one's own spiritual master.
Ignoring association of all other great souls and visiting Vaishnavas.
Yeah. In our temple, many Vaishnavas visit. If our spiritual master comes, everybody will come running. If another spiritual master comes, they think he is not my spiritual master. So they don't go. In fact, some of the such BV leaders, they may tell their people that it's not very important, that you have to go for the program. So-and-so Maharaj is coming. It's all right. We are not under him. We are under another guru. So that's a wrong preaching actually. Actually, all gurus should be treated like our spiritual father, because if you see, I told this example, if you take a stainless steel jar with milk, you have 10 taps all around. Any tap you open, you get the same milk. Correct, no? Like that, all the gurus are all giving what Krishna is giving. Krishna Mande Jagat Gurum. Krishna is the guru. All gurus are actually, they may emphasize different things. For Lokanath Maharaj emphasizes holy name. Jayapataka Maharaj emphasizes on congregation and development. Rana Swami emphasizes on community development and community preaching, correct, no? Gopaksha Maharaj emphasizes on book distribution. Everybody stands for something. So, but at the same time, although they may be emphasizing, but overall they are all giving Krishna consciousness only. So, whenever any guru comes, I meet them personally and hear them and also deal with them, just as I deal with my own spiritual master. It's likely that you have little more affection and affinity for your own guru, which you have to keep it inside, not express it outside. Antarmukha Shishya means nobody even knows who is your guru also. Many people have asked me, Prabhuji, are you Gopal disciple or Lokanath Swami disciple? They ask me. Many new people ask me because they see me interacting with them frequently. So we don't have to go around telling who is our guru, and we don't promote our guru. We keep our guru in the heart. But outside we should deal with all the gurus respectfully, nicely. So yes, we should invite all our people. Any guru comes, we should come running to hear because they're all exalted people. We should want to associate with them. Just as whatever your Diksha Guru is speaking, similarly they also speak with realization. One can hear them. Yeah, they are like Chachaji type of relation, correct? No? Yeah, yes.
Strong relationship with counselees.
Sentimentally considering counselor as pure devotee of Sthita Prajna.
Some counselors or baby leaders give their people a feeling that, they will emphasize on purity so much that all the people will think he himself is a pure devotee. Yeah. As if he is beyond any flaws or beyond any, Actually, what ideally we should say, I am also aspiring for pure devotional service as all of you are aspiring. And I am trying my best. Like I have to give a lecture on humility. If I give a heavy lecture on humility, if you have no humility, you are useless, you are this, you are that and everything. Instead, we can say that humility is something which I am also trying to cultivate. I've heard from great souls, they stress on this verse, Trinada Vishnichana, that kind of tone in which we can speak. We should have a little freedom from false ego when speaking on difficult topics. So, but some people present themselves like a pure devotee, but then suddenly the pure devotee disappears. Or pure devotee loses his enthusiasm. We have seen people like that in our movement who have been around for some time. When they fall away, then other people also fall away. Very dangerous. So that's what it's called as Preceptor-centered syndrome. Yeah, next.
Great respect for preceptor due to gratitude.
That is right. So say you are all preaching to your people. Can they have gratitude for you? It's allowed or not allowed? Many are doubtful actually. They can have gratitude for you. What's wrong with that? Gratitude is a natural quality. It springs from the heart. People feel gratitude. And many people come and express to you also gratitude. They thank you. Yeah. So if they thank you, what would you say? Like if somebody writes a mail to me, oh, Radheshyam Prabhu, I heard this from you. My life changed. You did this for me. This, they will say, I will say them. If you find any good quality in me, it is only because of my adherence to my spiritual master's instructions. And whatever deficiencies you find in me, it is due to my whimsical nature of not following his instruction. Thank you. That's all I write like this. So that means we are all following our superiors to some degree, and not following causes us have deficiencies, correct? No? So if somebody is expressing gratitude, you can humbly say that it's all Guru's mercy, Krishna's mercy, Vaishnava's mercy, like that you can say. They can express gratitude, nothing wrong. But what is wrong? Read that.
Considering preceptor as equal to Diksha Guru.
Considering preceptor as equal to Diksha Guru. Actually, according to Shastras, the person who is immediately guiding you, they are supposed to engage you in services. They represent Radha Govind deities. Whereas Guru represents Radha Madan Mohan deity. You know that? Radha Madan Mohan deity is supposed to charm, attract the devotee. And Radha Govind means, Go means senses. Our senses should be engaged in the service of Master of Senses. Rishikena, Rishikena Sevana. So out of this two, those who are giving Shiksha and personally guiding like all of you, you are representing Radha Govind to the people. So you are supposed to engage them in service, get them purified and gradually take them ahead to their Diksha Guru. And Diksha Gurus represent Madan Mohan deity, which means they only come occasionally, they charm the heart of the people. And people say that I like this, Guru, and I want to take Diksha from them. They may hear from them also. They can be Shiksha Guru also. It's not that Diksha Guru cannot give Shiksha. They can very much give. They can give both Diksha and Shiksha. But they are attractive to the disciple, and the disciple takes initiation from them. But some people make a wrong argument saying that, what is the Diksha Guru doing for you? He only comes once in a while. But I am giving you regular ongoing support. So out of the two, who is great? You yourself tell me. That's a very wrong understanding. Because Diksha Guru may come occasionally, But Diksha Guru charms the heart of the devotees by dint of their very sublime qualities, exalted qualities. We may be easily available to people, but we are not approachable. What is not approachable? They know that I am such a neophyte that even if somebody approaches me, they may not get the problem solved. Whereas the exalted people, like those who are giving Diksha, people go to them and they can solve a big problem in a moment. So we should not underestimate their value. So therefore, the preceptor should not pose oneself to be like equal to Diksha Guru or like one baby leader was telling the candidate, if you don't do what I am telling you, I will stop your Diksha or something like that. So the candidate was telling, it appears that you are only going to give me Diksha, you are going to stop it. So one should give up such arrogance. And then read that.
Having identification as a group, part of whole community.
Is it proper? Correct. You are a part of a group. See, every member of our community, today there is a big crowd sitting in the hall, in Dwarka hall. Every member is a part of one group. At the same time, they are also part of the whole community also. They have two identities. One is I am part of Radha Madan Mohan community. Another identity is I am part of this particular BB group. Both are allowed or not allowed? Both are, that's allowed. They can be simultaneously, they are apart. Correct? No? Yeah. What is improper?
Forming splinter groups cut off from the community, having separate identity.
This is improper. Sometimes what happens, this is called the hijacking leader, we call. Like a plane is hijacked. Plane is supposed to go to Moscow, it is hijacked to Israel. Like that. So, like, I come to ISKCON, I become gradually a leader, I bring people to Krishna consciousness. And I think that if I keep these people in the temple with me, they may become attracted to other leaders and they may go away. So let me take them to my home or my place and tell people, don't go to temple. Temple has many problems. They have politics. Temple has this problem. You come to me, I will keep myself. So if somebody is keeping with oneself, that is preceptor-centered approach. Actually, they can be part of your group, but are they giving donation to temple? Are they giving seva to the temple? Are they identifying with the deities? Are they aware that they are part of a larger community? Do they also talk to others or they talk only to you? These questions are very important. Therefore, one should not form splinter groups. Actually, there are many splinter groups. Even in Hyderabad also there are many splinter groups. So, small and big, different kind of splinter groups. So, one of the symptoms of a splinter group is it is not connected to any authorized ISKCON. They are totally independent. They are on their own. And the person who is leading the splinter group may feel that now I have abundant freedom to process these people the way I want. And nobody can. And actually, he can keep them in ignorance, thinking that he is a pure devotee or a super duper devotee. Because there is no one equal to him coming to that Sangha. And he can keep that. There are good number of gullible people who are kept like this nowadays. See, what is the advantage in connecting with ISKCON? Tomorrow if something happens to us, those devotees will not be lost. That's one advantage. Second thing, our head will be between our shoulders. Our head will not be in the clouds. Because other ISKCON devotees will make sure that we can't pose like a pure devotee. So they will protect us also. And we also get association, correct, when we come to ISKCON. Yeah, next one. Give the mic to
Proji, we are doing bhakti kutirs and etc. that are very much centric to certain areas.
Yeah.
And
not only areas, the person who is giving pravachan, people become attached to that person.
Yes.
Naturally. Now, Srimad Satyapriya Prabhu is giving in one bhakti kutir. People will say, our Guruji is Srimad Satyapriya Prabhu. They will say like that. You tell them, don't say Guruji, Guruji, they will call you Guruji only. See, for them to be attracted to leader as a Guruji, in the initial days, they don't know also what is Guruji and, who gives Diksha and everything, they don't know. So they may be attached. At the same time, you had called Pranavanand Prabhu, I think you called, I think. You called Leela Prabhu also, you called, I think, correct? No? Yeah, that's the best system. Like you are giving classes, but you are also inviting others. That's a very good system. Everybody should do that, ideally. Why are we doing that? With all good intentions. Because, you are understanding that besides me, let them also be aware of some more senior devotees. Tomorrow, if they want to ask some question about us, but they are feeling uneasy to ask us, Prabhuji, why are you doing this? But they can ask the other devotee. And the other devotee can come and tell you, Prabhuji, ऐसे लोग पूछ रहे हैं, हाँ, प्रभु आपका प्रवचन बहुत लंबा चलता है, 11 बजे तक रात को चलता है ना? Yeah. They may say like that. Then you may say, oh, they told you, okay, Prabhuji, I'll take care, I will finish it early. Because they may not come and ask you, Prabhuji, इतना late क्यों चलाते हैं? They may not ask. So it's always advantage both for the people and for the leader also. It's very good. Like here we have Radheshyam Prabhu, Sitaram Prabhu. If anybody want to ask anything about me, you can ask them, correct, no? And also there are also devotees in Pune and also Chowpatty, seniors. So we should be actually, like Dwarkadish Prabhu came here, correct, no? So people come. So you have the freedom and opportunity to associate and ask. So that kind of culture we should create.
So, Prabhuji, one question on that. Like here it was about cutting off from the community. So in Bhakti Kutirs,
so what ideally
not connected with our
Bhakti Kutir, what they should do,
yeah.
Once in a month you should bring the whole Bhakti Kutir to temple, and they can engage in some seva also. Like there is one Amal Mahaprabhu, he has a community of 60, 70 devotees, here. He's also from Pune, Brahmachari, now he's married now. Is here. So Mahaprabhu Chaitanya told me that he brings the whole group here. Morning to evening they do some seva, they give some donation also. They do a lot of services here in the temple. So because he told me that they also want to have some touch with some deities in a local temple. They feel this ambience very powerful. They come, they enjoy it. Just one day in a month they come like that.
Okay.
So we are also thinking about all satellite centers like Achiboli, for example, Madhapur. So these communities should also come here, but only it shouldn't happen that all of them end up coming on the same day. Then we won't have place. So what they do in Mayapur Dham, I found out from Mayapur, they have 6 months between Kartik month to Gaur Purnima. In these 6 months, they have made a timetable, schedule, which community will come on which weekend. They come for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Only they are allowed to come. We can also do like that here. So Gachibowli is going to come on this particular festival. And the Madhapur, Madhagopinath group will come. Similarly, different Bhakti Kutirs. Our Murli Gopinath can work that out. So that every Bhakti Kutir gets a chance to come to temple, take part in programs, chant, dance and attend everything. They also get to hear in the Dwarka hall, and do some services also. Attend, and then they can like that. Half a day they can come here like that.
So, Prabhuji, for most of the Bhakti Kutirs, one of the practical reality is that to get people, even for a morning program once a week, in the same area,
correct,
is getting challenging.
For that, you have to have exclusive drive on, take them out for a retreat. So retreat, what you should say, we are going on a Saturday afternoon, and then we will come back Sunday night. You should tell them. So Saturday, put them to sleep by 8 o'clock only. Tell them, today we are going to sleep early. They will say, "Itna jaldi kya hai? No, jaldi sona aaj." You tell them, yeah. Let them sleep early. Tell them that we are going to rise by 4 a.m. So 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. How many hours you are giving?
8 hours.
8 hours sleep if you want. And then 4 a.m. they get up, take bath and everything. 5 o'clock everybody assembles. And then give them the taste of Brahma Muhurat timing. You will say, wow, we have never experienced this. So in that we have lectures on importance of Brahma Muhurat. We have a lecture. I will show you one lecture which I gave in America. This is a very good lecture it is. I can just tell you. Okay, so this lecture will be, they will feel very inspired to get up if it's on Sattva. This one. See, practicing sattvic habits as a springboard for spiritual advancement. That's a very good. So then I tell them Sattva-guna. How can you increase your Sattva-guna? People will say by rising early in the morning. I say no, by sleeping early. But if you don't sleep early, you cannot. Isn't it? So this is good. This one, practicing sattvic habit as a springboard for spiritual growth. This is one. This is one. And then there's also one more. You can check it. I don't know. I think you will get it in the. Okay, let us check it here. Brahma Muhurat. See here, scientific benefits of rising in Brahma Muhurat. Brahma Muhurat जप के लाभ और गुरु कैसे सोते हुए शिष्य को जगाते हैं. This is in Hindi. It is. These are very good. See, these are all the scientific benefits of. So this is very good. If you just put Brahma Muhurat, you are getting it. Okay. These kind of lectures you can give. The whole goal is what? Bringing them for one morning every week. For that, we have to, drill them, train them, and then make them in circles in the morning, japa time, and then make them chant in the Brahma Muhurta time together. So give them their experience. Similarly, there we can also tell about the meaning of morning program, Mangalarti, Rashinarti, Tulsi Arti, and all that. So we have to actually, these are all vital rituals, which we have to train them. So we have one session called Why We Do What We Do. In Sankalp camp, we have that. So these kind of things, if you do in the retreat, when you go out, when they come back, some more people will start coming for the morning. You will see that. Yeah. Next one.
Fourth one, the sixth one, choosing to attend / not attend Bhakti Shastri or Bhakti Vaibhav course.
Yeah, that's right.
Missing attendance to Bhakti Shastri or Bhakti Vaibhav course because pure devotee is not giving.
Yeah, some people say like that, oh, nobody is a pure devotee here and I'm not inspired. I will only hear from my own person, my own teacher only. They are very narrow-minded because they are brought up like that. That's a wrong thing. Actually, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, one can, like some people are hearing from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, some are doing from Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, some are doing from IBMB, ISKCON, Bhagavat Mahavirya, some are doing from BVRV, in Pune also we have BVRV. We also have MIHC, VIHC, correct? No? If somebody has preferences, we don't say that I am the only person who can give you, that one shouldn't give that feeling to them. People have tastes if they want to. And also in Pune, what we do, Bhakti Shastri, even for 4 books, we have multiple teachers. Here also we have started, correct now? We have different teachers because people can also get the taste of hearing from multiple teachers. They may say from different angles. But if somebody is attached to hearing all the 4 books from one teacher, that is whose choice? That personal choice. They say, oh, I like this teacher so much, I want to learn all the books. So they may say that, but the BV leader or the teacher should not say that you should hear only from me. That's the mistake. And then?
One question regarding may not be pure devotee in our temple circumstance. Devotees, sometimes they feel the speakers who are giving Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, they are not charismatic speakers. They want such speakers, and these speakers we see regularly. So we want something else. So
Right.
how to...
One thing is true, those who are presenters of Bhakti Shastri or even the Gita Foundation course also, these people, they have to be told that they have to take out time to prepare well. Like sometimes even brahmacharis, when they are going in the car, they are just opening the game lesson, the Gita for all medicine lesson. No? They just open the computer and just see what I am going to speak. Because they know the lesson is ready-made available. You just have to read and explain. So they don't prepare for additional examples. They don't hear my lecture. They will only read the lesson. Then the audience will say that, Prabhuji, wo kya badi baat hai? You are just reading and saying the same thing. We don't have to come to class. Correct now? Because the teacher should know 10 times more than what is in the notes. Only then people will be attracted. Because people don't want to hear general things nowadays. We are living in an information age now where everything is available very liberally, easily. Unless the teacher is impressive, people learn something new. And they feel, oh, this is very important. Like today, right now, how many of you feel we are discussing a very important subject? Correct? No? It's a serious matter, it is. And we may be committing some mistakes also. Huh? Therefore, unless you present something well prepared, imagine if I come and sit here and ask all of you, so each of you tell me how you felt Rath Yatra went on. If I ask you, everybody, they will say, Arey, Prabhuji ke paas kuch nahi hai dene ke liye. Huh? Prabhuji, I think he didn't prepare today, he's just having a casual talk. But if you are well prepared with the notes, PPT, people say, hey, he's ready. The teacher is ready. Then they take the teacher. So you ask our teachers, those who are giving Gita Foundation and Bhakti Shastri, there has to be an evaluation team to sit in the lectures and see how they give. Actually, if a teacher studies multiple presenters on their books, like Nectar of Instruction, there are 5-6 devotees have spoken on that. Similarly, Nectar of Devotion. Then they will have a lot of valuable things to give to the audience. If they are not a very charismatic presenter, at least the content can be powerful. See, content is powerful, presentation is simple, people don't mind. At least kuch acha content diya. Correct, na? But one very important thing, our students also need to be taught about the importance of steadily coming, steady attendance. Whether rain or shine, I have to come for the lectures. Whether a charismatic speaker is speaking or average speaker is speaking, the knowledge is transcendental and I should come, and attendance should be like 75-80%. It's very, very important. Maybe one of the Sunday when I'm giving, in Dwarka Hall, I will bring up this point. Now, next one.
Keeping close association with counselor and respecting all.
Yeah, actually, everybody can have a close association of their own BV leader or mentor. At the same time, they should respect everybody else also. Yeah.
Association only with counselor and blaspheming other Vaishnavas behind their back.
Yeah. Going around telling that my leader is the best leader, the other leaders are not smart. They don't have this, they don't have that. So this is a neophyte behavior. Next.
Hearing Srila Prabhupada, Diksha Gurus and counselors lectures regularly.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Considering Diksha Guru is far away and accepting counselor as all in all.
Some people say, Prabhuji, this one person I'm following, all in all, is it all right? No, all in all is not good. Actually, one example I'll tell you. When Hridaya Chaitanya's disciple, his name was Dukhi Krishna Das. So he became initiated. What is his name? Initiated name? Shyamananda. Correct. No, Shyamananda name came later on. Earlier his name was, the Diksha name itself was Dukhi Krishna Das. Correct. No? Actually his parents had given him the name Dukhi because in the home many were dying. So they thought if you give Dukhi, so Yama will not come. So he was given Dukhi and then Guru gave the name Krishna Das. So his name came to be called as Dukhi Krishna Das. So, and Hridaya Chaitanya told Jiva Goswami, you put him in your Shiksha program. I want him to be trained by you. So 3 people got training, you all know. Srimad Acharya, Narottam Thakur and Dukhi Krishna Das was there. So, while he was in that ashram, Jiva Goswami gave him one seva of, sweeping the seva kunj, Very faithfully he was doing that service. Pleased with his attitude, Srimati Radharani, arranged a pastime where she lost her nupur or something. And then he got it while sweeping. And Vishaka was coming and asking, so he could understand Vishaka, although she presented herself like a simple young girl, he understood that this is a gopi of Srimati Radharani. She asked him, did you find a nupur here? He asked, yes, I found one. Where is it? She asked. He said, I have it. She said, my Swamini has lost it. So, can you give it to me? I'll give it to her. He asked, can you take me to your Swamini? Like that he asked. Then she understood, this fellow has understood who I am. So then she showed her effulgent form, spiritual form, with Swarup Shakti. So then she took him to one tree. Under that tree, Radharani manifested her Kishori form. At that time, Shyamananda, Dukhi Krishna Das found his body also became a gopi form, transformed. It's basically Siddha Deha, we call it. The Sadhana Deha became Siddha Deha, spiritual body. At that time, Srimati Radharani thanked him, accepting that Nupur, and then with the same Nupur, she made one impression on his forehead, like a tilak, some kind of tilak she made. And she, blessed his head by saying, because you gave happiness to Shyama, her name is Shyama, correct? No? Krishna is Shyam and she is Shyama. So your name will be Shyama Ananda. It became Shyama Ananda. She gave that blessing. Yeah. So after that, he came back and revealed the whole thing to Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami understood that. So because in such a community, everybody will ask, why new type of tilak? Imagine you wear a different type of tilak where people are going to ask. So at that time, people started talking in their community. Hey, he's calling himself with a new name and new tilak. And his Guruji was in Ambika Kalna, correct now? So when he came to know Hridaya Chaitanya, he came running that one of his disciples has deviated. So he caught him. He practically, some places it said he bet him, that's what it said. And some places it is said he scolded him very strongly. And then he went to Jiva Goswami also and said, hey, what have you done with my disciple? I gave him initiation and put him under you. So from this pastime you can learn the shiksha those who are giving should help people align with their Diksha Guru. Like that. And then, of course, as a humble disciple, he didn't say anything. But in that night, that Guruji got a dream. Hridaya Chaitanya. Radharani came and said, why are you so upset with your disciple? I only gave him this tilak and I only gave him this name also. And he is in Madhurya Rasa. He is my eternal associate. Although you are in Sakya Rasa, he is in Madhurya Rasa. So you accept him as your disciple and do not be upset with him. Next day morning, he got up and went and embraced the disciple. So you read this pastime. So now, why did I tell that pastime? Which was the point? Considering Diksha Guru as far away and accepting counsel to the all enough. Now his Guru was far away. Who? Hridaya Chaitanya was far away. But although he was under Jiva Goswami, but Guru expected that Jiva Goswami will guide him in a way that will be aligned with Diksha Guru also. Correct? Now that is the point. So what I generally do in Pune, whenever I guide any Guru's disciple, first thing I think of their Guru only. Like Gopal Maharaj says about book distribution. So many of his disciples meeting, when I go, I emphasize on book distribution. When I go to Lokanath Swami's group, I tell them to help with his Bhagavad Katha, help with World Holy Name Week. Your Guru Maharaj likes these things very much. And temple can also ask them to do general services, but we should make them do some things which is very pleasing to their Guru also. That's the way we should do. Next.
Remaining a part and parcel of ISKCON and serving unitedly.
Yeah.
Maintaining identification only with own counselors group and becoming a separate unit.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes a counselor, has a Zoom japa in the morning and they have class in the morning and the evening. Also, they have different lectures and gatherings and everything, which is not a wrong thing. They can have it. But when temple services come, the BV leaders should encourage their people. Please, now it is Janmashtami coming, help in fundraising. Now Bhadra Purnima is coming, help in distributing Bhagavatam sets. Now the World Holy Name Week is coming. Please help with, going for Harinam Sankirtan. Let us put up Harinam Sankirtan so that temple authorities will be happy also. Now December is coming. Let us do book marathon. Correct. Now Rath Yatra is coming. Let us do. So the leader also should think that what report am I going to give to the temple that we did in this quarter or whatever. So let me inspire all my people in my custody to do something wonderful. It's good for the temple or good for them? Which one? Good for both. If you don't engage them, slowly they will drift away from Krishna consciousness. And if you engage them, then they feel very enlivened. Correct, no? Yeah, next.
Since time is available, since time available is less, one may choose to hear recording of some speaker and not hear others. Font is so.
Considering one's preceptor to be the only savior and all other speakers' lectures to be non-inspiring and burdensome to be heard, and considering that I will only hear it as service for duty's sake, it's not my sadhana.
Some people, for example, daily morning we have Srimad Bhagavatam, correct, no? In the temple. If you are staying near the temple, some people we have seen, when their counselor is giving Bhagavatam, all the counselors will come to attend. Because counselor is told, I am giving. That means indirectly there is a hint given. Because I am giving, you happen to be my counselor, you are supposed to come. They may come. But on other days, they may not show up. Why? Because the counselor is not encouraging the counselors to attend others' lectures. So that is not a very good idea. Actually, if you encourage your people to also attend others' lectures, we will become non-envious by that completely. We can completely give up envy. Plus, they also get a multifaceted understanding also, multi-angle, multiple angle they can understand, like Prabhupada says, because all of us cannot give all the angles. We have limitation. But when they hear from, that's why Prabhupada has kept different days, different speakers. Correct, no? Those who are staying near the temple should be encouraged to come, and counselors also should feel happy to hear from many senior devotees. It's not wrong for them to have some favorites. They may have 2, 3, 4 favorites, but they can't say that our counselor is the only favorite. I don't think anybody will say like that. You got an idea? So, we live in times when external morality is praised, but inner integrity is overlooked. What is the meaning of this? Externally aligning with the law codes is important, but inner integrity is an even more deeper thing. Inner integrity means what you are when nobody is around you. That is called character. The character definition is, what you do, what you speak, what you think when nobody is around you. For example, one leader is very gentlemanly in speaking to others. When he sees another leader, both of them will offer obeisances, vancha, kalpatarubhyascha kripasya, they will do that. Externally well-behaved, gentlemanly. But behind the back, people come to know that they are speaking certain things about others, finding fault. That means externally aligning with the codes of conduct, but internally harboring some other type of mindset. So that is not a very good thing. Now, some people actually think that it's our duty to behave nicely, even with somebody whom we don't like. Therefore, I behave nicely. But then, I don't like certain things, therefore what to do? I have to speak. They say like that. But speak to whom is very important. You should speak to that person's spiritual guardian who can help that person. Don't speak to everybody. If you speak in your own group about that person, don't go near so-and-so and so-and-so has problem and all. Then that will create a lot of misunderstandings. So that is why external morality means external good behavior is not enough. But inner integrity is also important. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat. So this inner integrity, how to develop that? Because nobody is seeing, so there is no impetus to really develop that. The external, yes, because everybody will think low of me, etc. That pressure is there. How do we cultivate this, and how do we be honest with ourselves?
Okay, let me tell you an example for this. Say, you want sanction for something, and some ex-devotee did not sanction. So immediately our mind says X is bad, correct or not? Because X did not sanction what I wanted, therefore hence proved X is bad, correct or not? Now you can see from X's angle why X did not sanction. Because there is a possibility that there may be some practical issues which we may not know. So from X's angle, when you see, can you understand? Like for example, you made a proposal in the Janmashtami meeting. Let us give boxes for everybody, to go, box. They don't have to sit and eat and we don't have any place to this thing. And everybody clapped hands and said, wonderful, Prabhuji, your idea is passed. But then the person who has done in the previous year, he was not there in the meeting. And then he calls the temple and says, no, Prabhuji, this to-go box will not work. There are problems because we are giving liquid prasad, And if you give dry, people don't like. People want to eat something hot, right? So it's not fit. So again, they switch back to wet prasad in the plate. Now, when your decision is rejected, you will feel upset. But how can your upset mind be changed? For that, you have to know the cons of your decision. You only know the pros. So we should give a benefit of doubt. We go to the temple and ask Prabhuji. Earlier they were planning to give a box. Now why are they giving this kind of in leaf plate? They will tell you the reasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then your mind can be peaceful. Correct, na? So whenever externally we behave well, but internally harboring some bad thoughts about that person, that happens because of our lack of information. Once you get that information, then, like for example, say wife wants the child to study in an international school, and husband wants the child to study in an average school. And the wife is very upset with the husband. Why are you putting my child in an average school? He says, but we don't have money. What money I'm earning now? It's not. International schools are very costly. Yearly 10 lakh, 15 lakh. Correct now? This average school, we have to pay only some 3 lakhs or something. Later on, if I earn well, in case you want the child to go to the school, we can think of. If he says, it's reasonable or not? What do you think? Reasonable. So unless they talk, if they don't talk to each other, they talk about each other. Now she will go to her parents and say, what kind of man you married me to see? I am asking for sending him to this school. He doesn't have, he doesn't care for my opinion. Then the parents of, the lady, they will call the parents of the boy. Aap usko samjhao usko. Make him understand. The whole family becomes involved. Sometimes for trivial things. Because people don't learn to see from others' angle. That's why I made one picture. I show this, which is very easy. See this one. So what this fellow is saying? Now out of the two, who is right? See, both are right, but why are they quarreling? Yeah. Both the fellows are seeing from whose angle? Right. They simply have to go to the other side to see. Once you are able to see from others' perspective, that is called empathy. Then sympathy means you feel pity for others. Empathy means you can see the perspectives of others. So by learning to see others' perspectives, then we'll be peaceful. Then aparadh can be avoided. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Can somebody read this? What is purity?
Purity is not just about external cleanliness, it is about internal sincerity. True purity means that our thoughts, words, and actions align with each other. Now, Bhagavad Gita 16.123 lists purity means saucham as a divine quality, emphasizing that real purity is a state of our heart and mind, not just ritualistic cleanliness.
Actually, when you talk about purity, there is a purity of the body which is taking bath. Purity of the mouth is to brush the teeth. Similarly, purity of the mind is by chanting the holy name. Purity of the dress we wear is wearing fresh clothes every day. Similarly, there's purity of speech also. One should not speak vulgar words. One should not speak arrogantly. One should not belittle anyone. And One should not do vitandavad. Vitandavad means arguing without proper logic. One should not do that. One should not yell at another devotee. These are all to be avoided for keeping purity of our speech. And also purity of speech means one should speak anudvegakaram, vakyam, satyam, priya, hitam, swadhyaya, abhyasanam. 5 qualities he is saying. Speak without agitating others, speak sweetly, speak beneficially, and speak the truth, and speak from Shastras. Either he says. So then that is purity. Correct, no? So we can have purity of speech, of body, of words, and everything. Yeah. So it's a, it's a state of mind, not just external cleanliness. And then in the Mahabharata?
In Mahabharata, Yudhishthira was called Dharmaraja because his heart was transplanted like a crystal. He did not manipulate, deceive, or wear a mask of righteousness. His purity was genuine.
Yeah. Actually, what is purity, what is not purity becomes very evident. You will see Duryodhana is telling Durvasa, "Oh Munivar, you have been here accepting my prasad and all. It will be great if you can do such blessing for my brothers also, who are in the forest," like that he said. But then he told him, "Make sure you go in there after the evening time." Why did he intentionally say like that? Yeah, after eating, if Akshay Patra is kept upside down, they will not be able to do proper service to him. And his real intention was to make them earn curses. Just see, that is duplicity. And Yudhishthira was just the opposite. Absolutely no manipulation, no deceiving. He considered Duryodhana his own brother whenever Duryodhana was in danger from Gandharvas and others. In fact, when 2 men swam across the river and came to this Pandava side, at that time Yudhishthira was sitting with Draupadi, they both were doing yajna. Brahmanas were chanting the mantras. In between, the yajna was stopped and the 2 men were breathing heavily, and they said, "Sir, Duryodhana's life is in trouble. All the Gandharvas have come, they are taking even their women, Kaurava women, to the Gandharva Loka. So immediate protection is needed now." Then he called Bhima and Arjuna. When Bhima heard it, he laughed loudly. "See, this Duryodhana made a pleasure bungalow opposite to our place where we are stationed, simply to show off to us and create envy in us. Now that Gandharvas are punishing him, it's very good. It's a nice arrangement that they have come." So Bhima was not indirectly, directly very happy. Yeah. But then Yudhishthira scolded him. Yudhishthira said, "You see, they may be 100, we are 5, but as a family we are united. We are 105. So then instead of sending Bhima alone, he called Arjuna also, so that Bhima won't cause any damage there. He sent both of them together. "Arjuna, go with Bhima. Both of you make sure, Kauravas are protected." So that is Dharmaraj, you see. Very genuine. That means even for an enemy, he was trying to do good. Correct now? May I read that?
Hypocrisy is the pretense of purity without inner transformation. It is like a muddy well covered with a golden lid, externally attractive but internally contaminated. Krishna warns against hypocrisy in Bhagavad Gita 3.6. One who externally restrains the senses but dwells on sense objects in the mind is a pretender.
Karmendriyani samyamya yayaste manasasmaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mityacharasya uchyate. That's a verse. Here is a question for all of you. We know that we all externally restrain our mind and senses, but still we can see the thoughts of sense gratification definitely passes through the mind. So is such a person called as a pretender? That's a question. Who can say that the thoughts of sense gratification never pass the mind? So can such a person be counted as a pretender or what? Yes? Who can answer it? Yes, Roji. Anybody would like to answer? Any of you? Yes.
Here it is said the mind is dwelling, but not that the mind is seeing the thoughts pass. There's a difference that it is dwelling, means contemplation is there.
Contemplation, yeah. Okay, let us say that somebody is contemplating, but at the same time, one is detecting. One is able to detect that my mind is contemplating and dwelling on some sense object. Yes, detected it. So can he be called a pretender or not? Correct, now. Give to Mataji, give the mic.
Prabhuji, along with detection, if he's accepting it,
Okay.
then he's not a pretender. But he has detected, but he's not accepting it. He's talking about hypocrisy, but he's not accepting in the class, like you said. Okay, even I am struggling with the humility or any subject like that.
Correct.
So he has to accept it.
Correct.
Public.
So accepting, at least in front of Krishna. See, others you may be afraid to go and tell them, because you are afraid that they will exploit you. Correct, no? At least in front of the deities, one can say that, my dear Lord, I am struggling with this anartha. Just like he says, Amara Jivan Sada Papirata Nahi Ko Punyera Lesha. Many songs like this. Gopinath Mama Nivedana Shuno, correct, no? There are many songs like this. So, as a devotee, to the degree we are thoroughly honest with Guru and Krishna, when we are offering prayers to them, that much our heart can get cleansed faster. Yeah. Read further. Duryodhana?
Duryodhana, though he performed yagnas and followed rituals, was driven by envy and greed. His actions were decorated with morality, but his heart was stained with deceit.
Yeah. Externally, he wanted to impress the people, but his heart was stained with deceit. Yeah. I read that inner test.
The inner test, are we truly pure? One man donned saffron robes, speaks the languages of saints and appear disciplined, yet still harbor selfish desires. The real test of purity is not in how others see us, but in how Krishna sees us.
So, actually, others, they may not have that much ability to exactly know who is who. But Krishna is Lord in the heart of everybody. He is always watching. So, the conduct, the character, it is not enough to appear saintly. One has to be genuinely saintly. That's the main point. So, there is a constant homework that we all have to do in our consciousness. We have a tug of war between Bhogavriti and Sevavriti. Let me tell you an example. Say you are given some seva to do. The first question our mind asks is, what is in it for me? This seva, which seva is better? Should I take this one or that one? If I take this service, it will be more recognized. It will make me popular. It will, it will go to the spiritual master's ears. And that service, it's a background service. It's not that important, whatever. So, our mind has a tendency to always calculate. Is this better? Is that better? There are two components whenever we do any service. One component is genuine desire to serve. Another component is desire to enjoy. And, so this is material component, this is spiritual component. So spiritual component has to be increased, material component has to be gradually nullified. Correct now? So, if we do that, then our purity is increasing. I read this.
Yeah, a real life example is a fruit vendor. Some sellers polish the apples to make them look fresh but inject chemicals inside. Others may have blemished fruits, but they are genuinely nutritious. Similarly, in life, are we polishing our external reputation or purifying our inner soul?
Yeah. How many of you have seen dark red apple in the market? You've seen that? Yeah, it's a hybrid apple. It's genetically modified apple it is. You bite it, chava chava chava, it will be, taste won't be good. There are another apple which is slightly yellow and green. But that is real apple actually. How many of you have seen this Peru, which is guava, very big, mota guava? How many of you have seen? And I used to buy that before, I was not aware. Now recently came to know, somebody said never buy that, that is genetically modified. It looks very mota but has no vitamin or energy in that. And the smaller one, which comes from the village. It's only this much size. It's also rose inside when you cut it. That's a real one. So the first Goa is a show off Goa, correct? No? It's only big show off. Kaddu also, Kaddu, what do you call in English? Bottle guard. See, bottle guards are generally this size. Now they give this oxygen injection. After that, boom, it becomes this much big. And boom, size also very big. And you think, hey, what a big size, you buy it. When you cut it, it's all hollow inside. Puss, cotton is like, it's like cotton. It doesn't have real stuff, So, externally attractive, internally hollow. That's what he is talking about. Yeah, what are the consequences of such hypocrisy? Read that.
The consequences of hypocrisy. Loss of inner peace. The hypocrite is always afraid of being exposed. Erosion of trust. People may admire the external show for some time, but eventually the truth surfaces. Spiritual degradation. Krishna rejects insincere devotion. Bhagavad Gita 9.12. Misguided people, devoid of true knowledge, engage in fruitless activities.
Okay, so now some people speak lies also. They speak lies to others. And then later on the lie will come out. Say, for example, somebody says, oh, I was invited there, I did a program that 500 people were there. They will ask when it is. And you say sometime. Then they will call up the temple and ask, did this really happen? Then they come to know that it never happened. So, when somebody speaks lies, then they have to cut a sorry figure later. Actually, this tendency to boast about oneself to be greater than what one actually is. This tendency is also one of the defects of the conditioned soul. Cheating. Correct? Now, fourth one. Imperfect senses, illusion, and then committing mistakes and cheating. Isn't it? Okay, now let us see what we have to do, the solution part. Let us see. Read. Read that. Yeah. Read that.
Part 2, true purity. Self-reflection. Daily introspection. Am I true to my values or am I just maintaining a false image?
Yes.
Simplicity and sincerity. Living with transparency like Haridas Thakur, who was tested but never compromised in his inner purity. Bhakti cleanses the heart. Chanting the Mahamantra washes away hypocrisy. Chetu Darpanamarjanam. Cleansing of the mirror of the heart.
Which means the hypocrisy mainly is because of too much external material identification. Like we said, what is it verse? Durashaya ye bahir arthamanina. Bahir arthamanina means considering external successes to be very important. So when that is the one which causes the duplicity and everything. It's actually these things are very much in rich circles also. When you go to very rich people's circles and all, many people try to impress one another as somebody what they are actually not. Same amongst the teenagers also. In the teenage, there is a very strong propensity for impressing others. To show off to others is more important than actually possess. Like a boy brings a costly car into the college. He goes. All the girls are saying, my lord, this fellow looks like comes from a rich family, but it's a borrowed car. Isn't it? So, but there is a desire to show off. That's a tendency. Now it's in material circles. In spiritual circles, without taking any names, can somebody give an example of showing off? One of the ways to easily give example is somebody who stole the credit of someone else. Like you have heard about this Salamalo. He wrote a song he dictated a song of Tukaram. Last line he said, Salamala Mane, he said. So the person who was taking dictation said, but this song appears very familiar. Then he thought and said, is it Tukaram song? He said, shh, don't tell anybody. Put my name and publish, he said. It's called plagiarism. Stealing credit, that's one example, correct? No? Any other example? Exaggerating the figures. That's a very brilliant answer. Very brilliant. Yeah. Like somebody may say, oh, Rath Yatra, 900 people came. Somebody says, Prabhuji, only 300 plates of prasad were served. Hey, you don't know, afterwards, we were giving in drone also to some more people. That is all right, that may be another 50, Prabhuji. How from 350 it has gone to 900? So, sometimes there is a tendency for exaggerating. This is a very important point, what Mataji said. Tendency to exaggerate. This happens in preaching. Like one devotee was saying, Prabhuji, pucho mat, kya? Pura hall भर गया, पूछा 800 लोग सुन रहे थे मेरा one time program. And his friend went and said, Prabhuji, hall का capacity 300 है. Hey, तुमको क्या मालूम? किसने बोला तुमको? He's asking. And he said, Prabhuji, मैंने ही fix किया वो hall. Then he was saying, क्या प्रभुजी गलत लोग सही गलत टाइम पर आ जाते हैं लोग कुछ भी बोलने के लिए. आपको खुश करने के लिए बोला मैंने, ये बीच में आ गया है. So to please your superior, you can say anything you want. One of the things what I ask is, okay, you can show a big number of people coming. How many committed devotees you made at the end of the year? Is it an easy question or difficult question? Difficult question. Committed devotee making is not very easy. Bringing them to 16 rounds, following 4 regs and taking initiation. So, we can show big numbers. Photos are very easy to make. Videos are easy to make. But getting committed people is what is the most important. They become included in our society after that, correct? No? Any other example? Mataji gave a nice example. Anybody else?
Presentation may be very wonderful presentation, but in reality,
so much may not be happening.
So much may not be happening.
Correct. That many karmi organizations are very expert at it. They do a small thing and blow it out of proportion. The way they make it bombastic, website, this, that, everything. You actually go there and see nothing is there. Correct. So that's again with the desire to become famous or popular or get a grant or something like that they do. Yeah. Very true. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu.
I know one live example, Prabhu. One professor was, giving, the notes of PhD to his student. And he made a wonderful thesis. And ultimately, that master has taken the credit. He said, I have done, and he took double PhD.
My Lord, really?
It happened in Maharashtra somewhere.
BRC?
Pardon?
BRC, BARC, I think.
PhD.
No, is BRC is an organization where that kind of Baba Atomic Research Center, yeah, correct. So that fellow would have lamented, correct, no? Yeah, that's true. Stealing the credit due for others, correct. That's true, yeah. So one thing we're learning that, simplicity and sincerity is required. Another sincerity story comes to my mind. Once a woodcutter was cutting the wood and then it flew off from his hand and fell into the river. And he was lamenting, alas, I am a poor man, I have nothing else. What will I tell my wife? He was, when sun set, he was about to leave. But then a fairy came out of the water and said, she said, she asked, is this your axe? She showed a silver axe. He said, no, not this, he said. Is this your axe? She showed a golden axe. He said, not this. And then she showed the wooden axe. Is this the one? He said, yes. Take all the 3. So he went home. Yeah. And then when he came home, neighbor woodcutter came to know this. He said, I also want all the 3 axes. So next day when he went for cutting wood, he threw the axe in the water purposefully, Then the fairy came and asked him, is this the one, silver? He said, yes. Then is the gold one is yours? Yeah. I think that my father must have thrown, I think. All the 3, she said, you will get none of them because you have cheated. That came, yeah. So
one more example, when we conduct spiritual programs in temples or in other colony areas, they take the credit of that programs, even though it's conducted actually by the ISKCON and ISKCON affiliated organizations. They want to show that they are doing it in the respective local colonies.
Actually, they can say that we did it by, of course in colleges what they do, they have clubs but they don't have speakers, they don't have, whatever ISKCON devotees organize very well. But I think it's a win-win type of thing because the club in the college, they give us the facility to present from ISKCON side. And they don't have anybody who can do such things. So we are good in coordinating events and getting speakers and all. They have a club name. So we fit into their club and they fit into our talent, skill sets and everything. So it becomes a symbiotic thing because they can show that our club did this program. But then we got our voice from that. So I appreciate that. I always have said because many of them, some of the clubs will not even allow you also. They may say that because they also run a risk by allowing sometimes a monk coming into the college. Correct. They do that. That is also true. At the same time, I'm looking for opportunities in devotee circles because we are all trying to become devotees. We have to learn this. Yeah. And the next one. Okay, this is covered it. Yeah. Okay, association with the pure. Like iron becomes gold by touch of the philosopher's stone. That is, philosopher's stone means that parsimony. Associating with genuine devotees purifies us. Is there any Shastric example anybody can give? Somebody associated with a genuine devotee and then wept bitterly and confessed that. Huh? Okay. But who associated with him and then cried out loudly and confessed that I was a hypocrite, please forgive me. Like Amogha associated with Lord Chaitanya. He confessed his erratic behavior. Any other example? What happened? Yeah, you can speak.
So when they were in Vanavas, so Bhima was guarding, so all of them others sleeping. So that time, like Hidimbi and Hidimba, like both of them brothers and sisters, so they came like to hunt, kill them.
Correct.
But when Bhima saw this Hidimbi, he respected what are you doing in the middle of the night like that? So by showing that respect, Hidimbi heart melted, and she revealed that what purpose she came and.
Good point. That means the intention with which she came was different, and then now she changed by that. Very good point. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. Chitnamani Pulvamangal, that Pulvamangal was not hypocritical. We are looking for example where somebody was in a cheating mood, but then they changed after that, by associating with the pure personality. Yes, Prabhu? That's what you are trying to say, huh? That's a correct example because she came with some other ill intention. Later on, she honestly revealed. Very good point.
One more example I want to give is that Haridas Prabhu, when he met Srila Prabhupada,
Correct.
he was a cheater.
He wanted to steal watch. But Prabhupada himself called and gave him. Then he told Prabhupada, I am a thief and everything. Very good. Now you all got many good examples you got. Which means when associating with great souls, our true color becomes exposed and we are also willing to admit also. Yeah. Yes. Please read it. What's the mic with you? Mic? Yeah, please read it. Yeah. Mic, who has the mic? Yes.
Purity does not mean never making mistakes. It means having the courage
What
to
is the
correct
heading?
them.
Heading?
And conclusion that be real, not perfect.
Yeah.
Purity does not mean never making mistakes. It means having the courage to correct them. Hypocrisy is polishing the mask, while purity is cleansing the heart. The choice is ours. Do we want to be like Yudhishthira, who lived with truth, or Duryodhana, who perished in deception?
Yeah. Read further.
Continue, Prabhu.
Continue.
Krishna sees beyond appearances. He sees our hearts. Let us strive not to impress the world, but to please Him with our genuine sincerity.
Yeah. Yeah. Last line.
What we are polishing today, the mask or the mirror.
Yeah, correct. So, detecting one's mistakes and then making an effort to correct them, rectify them. See, we are not perfect in the first go. Over the years, we understand, there are some flaws in our sadhana, and there are some flaws in our speech, there are some flaws in our etiquettes and behavior. There are flaws in our performance of devotional service, seva prads and all we say. So when we commit a mistake, one should admit it. Say, for example, you went to the puja room to make the puja plate or something, and the shank fell down, it broke. You just put the chip like this, with some gum. Silently come out. Next day morning, the pujari picks it up and then he finds it comes out. My Lord, my Lord, it was broken. I just took it. How it broke? I just took it. And then you think, thank God I was not caught. Yes, you were not caught, but who has watched it? Krishna, yeah. Krishna will say, hey, you just patched it and went away. It's better that you admit. You tell that, Prabhu, it fell off. Whatever is the amount, I'll pay for it. Please kindly forgive me or whatever. So, in this way, in our activities, sometimes there is, like one time in our ashram, I announced in the brahmachari class, hey, who took the batteries of so-and-so brahmachari? I asked. 4 batteries for charging. Nobody raised hand. I said, how is this possible? Somebody must have taken. Because ashram, nobody comes inside. Still, everybody kept quiet. I said, see, if a brahmachari speaks lie, it's a very dangerous sign. There is a likelihood, because today he will speak a small lie, tomorrow he can speak big lie and he can fall down also. So, there's a possibility. Tell me, I said. Nobody said. Then I was wondering, alas, I'm not able to teach this value to that person. As soon as I finished the class, and when I was walking, one fellow came running to me and he caught hold of my hand. Prabhuji, I started cajoling me. आपको ऑफिस में मिलना चाहता हूँ. I said, what is the matter? नहीं पहले चलिए मिलेंगे आपसे. He took me to my office. I said, what is the matter, Prabhuji? Then he closed the door and said, Prabhuji, battery मैंने ही लिया था. I said, so आपने तो क्लास में क्यों नहीं बोला? क्या प्रभुजी सबके सामने कैसे बोल सकते हैं? इसलिए बुरा लगा. Then I asked, then आपने चोरी क्यों किया? क्या प्रभुजी किसका बैटरी मुझे मालूम है? मैं उसका चोरी करता हूँ, वो मेरा करता है. हम दोनों फ्रेंड्स हैं. क्योंकि उसका पूरा फुल चार्ज था, मैंने यूज किया उसको. जब कभी मैं फुल चार्ज लाता हूँ, वो भी उठाता है मेरा. Said, is it a good habit? No. Then I announced everybody, you should not take others' towel, you don't take others' batteries, you don't take others' chappal. Like one day you find your chappal is missing in a program, what people do? Like you went for some program, big program, all chappals are lying, your chappal is missing. Generally what people do? They take someone else's. When that person finds his chappal missing, what he will do? Correct. Everybody has different. It's very bad. If you lost your chappal, you forget it. Get a new one. Correct, no? So this is also cheating. We have to know, that's why I told you, you know, what you are when no one is watching you. Although no human is watching you, but Lord is watching. Correct, no? Lord will take note of that, hey, this fellow cheated. So it comes under cheating, correct, no? So devotee means proper conduct, proper behavior. One devotee, somewhere in the West I heard, he was going in his car to the college university program. So they asked him in the temple, how many people are coming for the program? He thought, about 20 people will come for the program. He said, about 30 will come. He said, because they gave butter cookie. It's like this, like a hemisphere. Big cookie with kaju, this cashew nut nicely fried. That also is kept, it's like, it'll melt like butter in the mouth. It's a delicious cookie, fat one. So they gave 30 pieces to him. So when he was going in the car, he said to himself, only 15, 20 people come every week. Now I have taken 30 now. So while driving in the car, he popped up one. And he was eating. Went on eating and going like this. But he didn't keep a count. That's the problem. Suddenly, after reaching the place, he saw only 8 were remaining. I finished little by little. When you keep on crunching, you don't realize that, isn't it? But then that program, actually 35 people had come. Because they said the college, they declared a holiday due to some season or something. Already boys are sitting, you are shocked, my Lord, what will I give them now? So later on, that devotee understood that I was uncontrolled in my senses. I misbehaved. So then he had to cook something and give. He arranged for some devotees to lead the program, and he joined, and half of the program he joined. Till then he was cooking something. Point is, we have to be very careful in our behavior and activities, because Lord is watching. Every time we fall short of this standard, then our progress also is restricted by that. Correct? No? We cannot progress very swiftly. Krishna sees beyond what appears on the surface. Like sometimes a lady thinks, I'll go to the marriage, I don't have any gold, so she wears a roll gold. Correct? No? Roll gold can be attractive for how many days? 3 days. Then it becomes blackish after that, isn't it? Similarly, these things are like rolled gold. It will become eventually. So this is one note. There's another note which I will do next time when you come. Now this is a very basic one. More advanced one will come, which will talk more details about how do we modify this. Okay. Shilpa Parki. So walk your talk purity. So about walk your talk has one more aspect. Achar and Prachar. So I will talk about it next time. Next class schedule we will see now. Here it is marked 24th. Was it 24th August? Is it all right for everybody? Janmashtami is over 1 week before that. Next week is 24th August. Is it all right for everybody? 24th. Then I'm out of India. So next month I'm not available, September. October when I'm coming. October I'm not coming to Hyderabad at all. Here. Oh, till end of October. So we're going for a Kartik Yatra that time, I think 26. Okay, October we are skipping. Let us see November. Oh, here it is there. November 2nd, yeah. November 2nd it is there. Okay, November 2nd. That's also Ekadashi. That is also Ekadashi. Okay. So this is November 2nd. Other one is next month is 24th of August. 24th August and 2nd November. And probably December also we can do, I think. Only you all will be busy with, I already marked and kept. 7th December. First week. Easy to remember is first week of December and first week of November. That's easy to remember. First Sunday of November, first Sunday of December. So we have how many more classes this month, this year? 3 more classes, yeah. Okay. One class we will finish this one. Mostly this topic. Other 2 classes we can finish one more topic, I think, can finish. Next year we'll take it ahead. So actually, see, 3 months I go to US. But other than that, we have, how many months? 9 months we have. How many of you feel 8 months we can have you? No problem. 8 months we can have this type of class. You're all right? 8 months? You can raise a hand. You can just check how much count. Almost all count? Okay. So, those months, next year I'll mark it like that. Whenever I'm coming to Hyderabad, I'll keep it on Purity and Hypocrisy. There are some skits. We can read them. Correct. Correct, yeah. Actually, we invite them. You are inviting everybody for wedding. They can also be invited. At the same time, it is not an exclusive function only for them. It's a reception or something. They're inviting everybody. That's perfectly fine. See, when it becomes, even the giving gifts also, I told you, like recently one boy wanted to give a laptop to one brahmachari whose laptop has become very old, to 8 or 10 years. So he collected from few people, from his invites. I told him, don't collect. If you want to give, you only give. It's your own personal this thing. When you ask many others, they may or may not like, he said. Similarly, when you invite them for wedding reception or something, that's a general invitation for all. I don't think any problem in that. But when you say that we are going to arrange an exclusive program for our group with this new wedded couple, some of them may be happy, some may not be. Correct now? So that is why I was telling about exclusive personal things to keep a, for that group alone, and you keep it, then it becomes like official, it becomes. It's clear? Yeah. Where's the mic? Give the mic to her. Yeah.
So sometimes in our case, like girls, like they are very emotionally attached. So sometimes they give too much of respect, or they glorify us so much that it becomes quite embarrassing. We may tell them that we are just a facilitator, we are just a part of the Guru Parampara, we are just repeating the message, but somehow they become so attached and they will overdo things. So how to, it becomes very embarrassing probably. So
there is one section of Bhagavatam called as how to receive praise. I will check. Hey, we have that, you can check it, Prabhu. How to accept praise. That is by Prithu Maharaj. There we had a discussion about that. How to accept praise. It may be there in our website, I think. Just check it.
Even if we say no, they think it is our humility.
Yeah.
Even if we tell our problem that we are also struggling, they feel, you are so humble.
And this is another point I didn't tell you today. Even if we have a problem, we don't have to reveal it to the juniors. We don't have to reveal it. We reveal our problem to our equals and seniors. And to juniors, if we tell our problems to them, they will get shocked. They will say, I thought you are a great soul, now I understood you are a small soul. So, but when they praise too much, we always say that it's all Guru's mercy. It's all Krishna's mercy. Whatever good you see in me, or the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. You can say like that. You have a nature to see always good in everybody, you're seeing in me also. These kind of things we say. We got it, our Prithu Maharaj? Is there praise? No. No, how to accept praise? Or how to accept, what's the word possible? Glorification? Appreciation. How to accept appreciation, correct? Website, you have to check it. Check it in the website. That's right, I think. How to. And this is on Prithu Maharaj, very nice section. You can see that. What is the name? Here you are showing? And here you can see that. What is the name? One solid thing we all did, I think, today. We learned about, what is right for a BB leader to do and what is wrong for a BB leader. Correct now? That's a very important section. No. The whole thing is about how to receive appreciation if somebody gives. How to receive appreciation. That's the one. That's the one. How to receive appreciation with right attitude. Yeah. That is Prithu Maharaj. I have made a PPT there, about 8 slides, I think, 6 slides. That will give you many clear things. Yeah. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki.